guys, it's me, Ruowen Huang. It's been a while, but as I say, I can only try to do any episode if I have time. So anyway, today I want to hopefully cover a couple topics that I want to talk about. Before I begin, let me first introduce myself. My name is Ruowen Huang. I'm an author, spirit coach, and also a psychic. Today I want to talk about love yourself, be yourself. You can do whatever you want to do, but with respect. Why do I want to talk about it? Because I realize it's actually kind of the topic of the month. Does that make sense to you all? Topic of the month this day. It seems like I have various clients that came to me during this month, about 2 months of time. They are very puzzled about, loving themselves, being themselves, or if they can just go out of their way or just be, how do you call it? Just without consider what other people think and just do whatever they want to do. So anyway, I thought I would just put it together since honestly, if you follow my vlog enough or blog enough, you probably heard me talk about this so many times. But let's talk about it again. I believe the same way as I educate my kids, right? If you repeat it long enough, one day, somehow, some way, some episode or some phrase may actually sink in. So I feel this is actually what I'm doing right here. So, morning. So anyway, loving yourself. A lot of people are still very puzzled with the concept of loving yourself. Let me refresh your memory again. Loving yourself is not necessarily what you buy to yourself. How do you, like, if you go for a spa, you go for a shopping spree, or you go for vacation. No, loving yourself starts with everyday exercise. By how do you treat your body with respect? Once you start treating your body with respect, you will no longer allow other people, yourself, other people to treat your body or your soul or who you are without respect. Does that make sense? So if I start respect myself, being, and I understand, where I am, where I come from, I will not allow other people to do that to me either. And when I say other people, seriously, not just other people, those other people, including your mother, your father, your sister, your boss, your colleague, your friends, or you name it, or your lover. You know what I mean? So loving yourself is very important. And I hope you guys don't just treat it like once a month thing or once a year thing. It's something that requires you to do it to yourself every day. Every day. Of course, when I talk about this, a lot of people say, well, I think I kind of know it. Like, they would be nice to themselves. They would buy something to indulge themselves once in a while, to praise themselves. Okay, if you have a little bit concept of that, like you know the importance of me time, to get away for yourself, to let go of certain thing. Like I'm saying, if you know something like that. Now I hope you guys to blaming something called praise yourself, encourage yourself, you know what I mean? Verbally, not just physically. You're able to say, hey, good job, good job. Hey, you look good, or something. Just look at yourself in the mirror. You realize how difficult it is for yourself to say something. I hope you guys can practice that. Like there's a lot of people, if many of you believe you are actually ugly, which I don't think, but if you actually believe that, I wish you can spend a couple minutes in front of a mirror every day. I mean, it's really just an exercise you can work on yourself. It's by praising yourself. Like, you know what? You look good. You look good. And then by saying that every day, trust me, every day at a time, you deposit a little bit beauty into yourself. In 1 month or 3 months, you will see that little change in you. Change don't just come overnight. Boom, I become beautiful. No, it does take a little bit work at a time. So I wish you guys, if you already think, hey, I kind of got a good idea how to love myself, I really wish you guys can start learning to praise yourself. And why is it important? Because we're living in a society who continuously giving us criticism. You know what I mean? So I believe many of you, and probably me too. I mean, if you grow up in a society that you continue to praise, that's great. But if you, I would say 70 or 80% of us, we don't. we don't have that acknowledgement, we don't have that validation. When we were kids, we don't get praised when we were kids. Instead, we often get pointed out why we are not good enough. How can we do to be good enough? You know what I mean? So if you are one of those people, loving yourself is give yourself a word of encouragement a day, every day, every day. If anything you can think of, you may not be as good as everybody else, no matter, because you are walking through your personal journey. You don't really care way people are, what they are doing. All you care is this. You know what I mean? Somebody tell me to use personal journey instead of selfish journey, but really, I want you guys to spend some time to think of yourself, to reward yourself, to praise yourself, to pat yourself in the shoulder, or even give yourself a hug and say, you are doing good. Try that for a little bit, then you will slowly understand what loving yourself really means. Put that aside. You cannot not be yourself and love yourself. You know what I mean? And then, this is when I talk about being yourself. Okay. Being yourself, if you still don't know what that concept is, you're like, well, I kind of love myself, but I don't really know how to be myself. Well, in my society, it doesn't really allow myself to be myself. Let me sum it up, because I believe I make really many episodes regarding to this. So being yourself is if you have no clue how to be yourself, because again, we live in a society continue want you to be someone else. I get it, because someone else is better, they are better looking, they are taller, higher, more money, better car, better house. You are always try to be someone else. Now, I'm asking you to be yourself. If you don't know where to start, I give you example already. Take down a piece of paper and thinking, if I can be anyone in the world tomorrow, who can I be? If I can be any person in the world tomorrow, what kind of person would I be? This is my journey. This is my life. This is my incarnation. I come to this life for a reason. Now, what can I do? How can I execute it so I can be that person that I always wanted? Those are the questions I really want you guys to think about. So yeah, of course, somebody say, well, but being someone else is kind of controversy with what you want me to do. You don't want me to be someone else. And why do you want me to be someone else? Because it just kind of get you started. When I want you to be someone else, it's not so much to focus on what they have, but to focusing on the quality they have, the personality they have, because there's something in them that attract you. You may say, but I'm not them, I don't know how to be them. But trust me, the reason you are drawn to them, because they have a characteristic that actually attract you to like them. Maybe they're outspoken, maybe they're very loving, maybe they are very hospitable, maybe they're very respectful. Whatever the quality is exactly get you drawn to them. You know what I mean? So when I talk about, try to think about if you can be someone else tomorrow, like it can be any person in the world tomorrow. Who would that person be? Then when you wake up in the morning, just try to pretend that you are acting. Be that person. Behave like that person. Now, I'm not telling you go out and spending money like that person. That's totally not what I said. What I'm saying is really focusing on that quality that you want to have as a human being. Copy them, fake them, you know what I mean? Because one day you'll realize how it become your own, and you'll be proud of yourself, like, you know what, I finally find that quality in me that's been hiding. So those are the big topics that I feel like I've been repeating a lot this couple of weeks during the consultation. So I really want you guys to spend some time. All you have to do is really spend 5 minutes a day with yourself, and think about, what kind of person do I want to be? What kind of person do I want to be? Then be that. Because once you be that, and then you free yourself from all those expectation, perception, how you should be, right? Then that's how you get to love yourself. Of course, when I talk about this, a lot of time we're saying, well, people will come to me and say, well, but then, it's a nice seems a little bit, selfish, or it's a nice seems a little bit, childish, that you just do whatever you want to do without consider other people's feeling and all that. This is another thing I also want to clarify. As you will see in my episode or on a lot of vlog, I continuously emphasize how important it is for us as a soul to find balance of everything. You know what I mean? I'm not telling you to go out and just go crazy saying, hey, you know, I do want you to express yourself. I do want you to express what you truly feel. You know what I mean? But find the word that actually match your personality, the personality that you want to be. If you want to be a respectful person, you will use respectful word. If you want to be the person with integrity, everything you say and do will fall into that category. So if you understand what I say, I do want you to express your feeling. In no circumstance I want you to hide it. If you don't like it, don't say I love it, because that is a lie. You can never conceal that lying energy around you. People may not think they know it, but they do. You know, we all do. When people are lying, we sense it. We may not know how to explain it, but we sense it, right? So what I try to say is, in order to live a free life, a life where you feel free, you have to be able to find out who you are. You cannot be who you are without expressing your feeling or do what you want to do, right? So what I really want you to do is, I want you to learn to do what you want to do. And I also want you to say what you want to say. But guys, focus this. This is the key point. It's called with respect. With respect. If you don't know what I meant, I'm going to give you an example. Is the typical example, again, I heard myself saying so many times. You know, very often we go out shopping with friends, and then friends will ask you to, like, how do I look? How do I look? They try on some clothes and they ask, how do I look? Right? A lot of time you really don't like it. Like, you really don't like it. And you can say, well, that's ugly as hell. You know, just get rid of it. Don't even buy it. Oh my God. Why are you even doing that? That might be exactly what is in your head. But what I'm saying is, there's another way to do this. Is, since your goal is try to be a person with integrity or a person with respect, you will say, well, that's not my type of style. Well, I don't like it, but you know, if you like it, right? So there's so many ways to express what you truly feel. What I'm truly asking is, guys, spend about 5 seconds with yourself before you want to say something. Ask yourself, does this respect me? Is this who I am? Is this who I want to be? Really, all you have to do is 5 seconds. Once you start getting used to this, you don't even notice that 5 seconds, because it just happens so fast. Because now you have a muscle for it. So anyway, just I want to quickly sum up to this, just because maybe I'm just talking all over the place, so people still don't quite gather what it is that I want to talk about. So just this episode really quickly run up what is loving yourself, what is being yourself. And then, yes, I do encourage you to do anything that you want to do, but do it with respect. You know what I mean? Do it with the agenda that you want to achieve. You know what I mean? Like, who that person you want to be. Try to fall into that category, because what you try to do is you simply try to build up a profile like you will be so happy with, or you'll be grateful like the moment you die. You know what I mean? That's another thing on the chat that I was talking about yesterday. Guys, don't worry about that. You know, talk about it. Once you talk about it all the time, really, it's somewhere in the point you simply is not afraid of it. You know, so I know none of you want to think about that, but the truth is it will come one day. It will come, whether you like it or not. Now, you know your soul at the moment you die is going to reflect your life. So don't wait until then. What I'm saying is, if you understand the importance of that, you understand this is simply your personal journey you have to complete, you have to walk through. What I'm here to simply propose you is, what kind of person will make you proud the moment you die? And then you tell yourself, I will be that person. I will be that person to make myself proud. Don't fall into how the society wants you to be. Don't fall into, well, you have to make money, you have to have a house, rich house, you have to do that in order to call success. I don't think so. I think there's so many ways to represent success. So create your own success, living a life that you really want to be. there is guideline, but I do believe everybody's different. You know, treat every day like an adventure, like something you're gonna discover. You know what I mean? Something you're gonna discover little bit of you every day. So anyway, just a little sharing with you guys, and just quickly sum up all those questions I have. Again, if you like what I'm doing, you can always join me live on Facebook, or go to subscribe my YouTube channel or my website ruowen.com. Till then, I talk to you guys next time. Bye.